David Osteen of the National Right to Life Committee said one of the reasons they chose you is that you clarified your position on end-of-life issues, families facing a situation like the Terry Schiavo case. And he said you clarified that issue for him, and you may be doing so publicly. What did you say to them privately that you haven't said publicly? In public, you've said this should be an issue for families and the courts, but not state and federal government.
Well, what I said was ultimately, if the families can't get together, it's the first recourse needs to be the state government. That's what I've always said. What we talked about in a little bit more detail is the different kinds of ends of life issues. And I've been a little bit, I guess, reluctant to get into it because of my own personal experience.
Your daughter.
Yeah. But I recognize that there are different kinds of situations where death is not imminent, and it's potentially a starvation type issue. And it's really kind of a different category. I still think, in that particular case, from what I know about the facts or recall about it, I would side with the parents and keeping that child alive. I think.
In the Schiavo case.
Yes. How could you decide otherwise if they told you that the child was going to continue to live? I can't imagine a parent or a spouse or a doctor deciding anything. If there's any question that this person might live, wouldn't.
But there wasn't any question in the Schiavo case.
No, that's my point. I mean, as I understand it, she would have probably lived longer.
But they've done an autopsy. She was brain dead.
Well, I didn't know that. At the time that was all kicking around, and everybody was asking my opinion based on what was in a newspaper. I'm just telling you what I think about the things in general. My original statement was on this, is that I don't know enough about the facts. Well, they made a big deal out of it. I mean, people wrote about it. Thompson doesn't know about Schiavo for a long, long time, when in fact it was just trying to avoid getting into the minds and the details of this poor girl here, and the legal maelstrom and the political maelstrom that was going on around.
But since then,
I think it's time we left her to rest in peace. We can talk about the legal issue.
I want to talk about the legal issue.